Heyo, Tish here, and this is a review of Good Smile Company's Saber holiday version from Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Having fallen down the Fate rabbit hole further than ever before this year, and with a growing interest in anime figures, this one caught my eye. Hollow Ataraxia's remaster was announced shortly after Stay Night's remaster released, but having not played either, I know nothing about this particular version of Saber. Yet, scrolling through the list of Artoria figures, this figure's sculpt fascinated me. Released in 2006 in 1/6 scale, personally, it looks better than any other licensed Artoria figures of its time. There were two other figures with this outfit, both 1/8 scale from Altria and Kotobukiya, but neither of them looked as modern as GSCs. And among 1/6 scale Artorias, I found GSCs to be one of the cheapest on the aftermarket. I couldn't find any videos on this figure, so here we are. For Hollow Ataraxia, GSC also released 1/6 scales of Sakura, Rin, and Karen. Oddly enough, Artoria and Sakura's bases are flat, whereas Rin and Karen's are more akin to pedestals, probably due to difference in sculptors. About Artoria herself, the figure is composed of three pieces: the upper half, skirt, and lower half, with the base already screwed into the feet. It's worth noting that this figure is entirely made of PVC, which honestly might be the reason why this figure is so affordable aside from being an older release. Purely PVC figures tend to have issues with leaning over time, which is why many figures nowadays also use ABS to prevent this. Another note is that if you're purchasing this figure, check if it has the skirt. I don't think it was intended to be displayed without it, but initially I didn't even notice it was missing on some of the listings I found. But maybe that's to your liking. It's not like the pantsuit is much to look at though, being plain white with no further detail. As I've been showcasing the figure here, it might be apparent that compared to newer releases, the sculpt may leave something to be desired. The noticeable seam lines on the legs and gaps in the sculpt, like with the sandals, would not be acceptable for today's 1/6 scale figures. But that's also because they cost substantially more than what this one retailed for, barring budget scales. Ultimately, while this figure has its flaws, it's convinced me that 1/6 scale figures are what I want to collect. The presence this scale has is perfect for me, and my wallet's shaking at the thought. Just look at it compared to other figures I own. With that said, there was another reason why I've been searching for 1/6 scale figures, and it's a holy grail for me, over a year in the making. Stay tuned for a review and comparison between a scale from 2006 and a scale from 2024. This is Tish, signing out.